Imagine a war where swords, guns, and massive armies are completely useless. Until just 150 years ago, humanity had no chance against these invisible serial killers. Imagine a world ruled by invisible monsters, a time when a simple cut could lead a person to death, when the milk we drank or the food we ate could turn into poison. A dark age. People believed that diseases were caused by evil spirits or bad air, until one man stepped forward and proved that the real killers were too small to be seen by the human eye. Our guest this week is the man who brought those invisible monsters to their knees, the father of microbiology, Louis Pasteur. Born on December 27, 1822, in the town of Dole, France, Pasteur was not some kind of child prodigy. Until his high school years, he was considered quite ordinary, an average student. At that time, his greatest passion was not science, but paper and pencil. He was a talented young artist who created remarkable portraits. His only dream was to become a teacher at a high school, and for this reason he entered the prestigious École Normale Supérieure in Paris. However, his encounter with the fascinating world of chemistry in Paris completely changed the course of his life. By the time he earned his doctorate in physics and chemistry in 1847, the boy who once cared about portrait drawings was gone, replaced by a scientist hungry to uncover the secrets of crystals and molecules. Pasteur's true legend began when he shattered the famous theory of spontaneous generation, the idea that life could arise on its own, a belief that had shaken the scientific world. At the time, even respected scientists believed that flies could emerge from rotting meat, or that mice could form from dirty rags. To put an end to this absurdity, Pasteur designed a brilliantly clever experiment. He created glass flasks with long curved necks, resembling a swan's neck, filled them with broth, and boiled them. Air could enter the flask, but dust and microbes were trapped in the curved neck. The result was extraordinary. The broth remained unspoiled for a long time. Life could not arise from non-life on its own. The true cause of disease and decay was those tiny, invisible microorganisms floating in the air. This groundbreaking discovery soon turned into a practical miracle. At the time, France's wines and beers were constantly spoiling, leading to serious economic crises. Pasteur discovered the microorganisms responsible for this decay and managed to eliminate them by heating liquids to a specific temperature, around 60 degrees, for a short time, then rapidly cooling them. This process, which he named pasteurization, not only saved entire industries, but also made it possible for the milk in our homes and the food our children consume to be this safe today. However, the moment that engraved Pasteur's name into history was not hidden in a laboratory, but in the tears of a desperate mother. The year was 1885. A 9-year-old boy, Joseph Meister, was brought to Pasteur after being bitten multiple times by a rabid dog. At that time, rabies meant only one thing, a certain and painful death. Pasteur had been experimenting with vaccines on animals, but he was not a medical doctor. To administer this unproven vaccine to a human, especially to such a young child, was an enormous risk. If the child had died, Pasteur could have been arrested, even sent to the guillotine. But he could not resist the desperate pleas of the boy's mother. Risking his career and even his life, He injected Joseph with the weakened rabies virus he had developed. After days of sleepless nights and fearful waiting, the miracle happened. Young Joseph recovered. Humanity, which once searched for the cause of disease in demons, had finally recognized its true enemy, thanks to Louis Pasteur, and learned how to defeat it. Although he was a chemist with no formal medical training, the vaccines he developed and the method of pasteurization he introduced extended the lives of humans and animals alike, saving billions. Today, with every sip of safe milk you drink and every disease you survive, remember the brilliant chemist who fought those invisible monsters. Louis Pasteur. Stay with science.